Good evening, this is Brass Tacks. I'm Zaka Jacob. The Himachal Pradesh government is now tottering on the brink after losing the lone Rajya Sabha seat yesterday. Today, the leader of the pack of 6 MLAs who cross-voted, Vikramaditya Singh, who's the son of the former Chief Minister Veerbhadra Singh, resigned from his post as a minister. But late this evening, he has announced that he's taking back his resignation upon assurance from the observers who had been sent by the Congress High Command. The moot point is this. The Chief Minister, Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu, seems to have run out of the confidence of the Congress party legislators, at least a majority of them. And the moment that happens, the Chief Minister needs to step down and make way for a new leader. But the bigger question is this. Why did it take the Congress High Command this long and the loss of a Rajya Sabha seat to figure out that the Chief Minister no longer has the confidence of the majority of MLAs? Is this indicative of the Congress party yet again snatching defeat from what should have been the jaws of victory?
ना तो मैंने इससे किसी ने इस्तीफा मांगा, ना ही मैंने कोई पेशकश की।
There were some issues which needed to be addressed. I have spoken to the Honorable Chief Minister also about it.
रिपोर्ट पेश करेंगे जल्द से जल्द कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष को। कुछ कठोर निर्णय लेने होंगे।
15 विधानसभा के सदस्य हैं जिसमें जो जिनके नाम पड़े गए उनको सस्पेंड करने के लिए प्रस्ताव पारित करने के लिए वहां पर कहा गया।
Any government should have a strong opposition. It is not right, and the democratic values with such type of horse trading, someday it may boomerang.
All right, let's go straight across to our debaters tonight. Tuhin Sinha is national spokesperson of the BJP. Dr. Shama Mohammed is national spokesperson of the Congress Party. Rasheed Kidwai, senior journalist who's been covering the Congress Party for a number of years. Professor Sanjay Kumar is a psephologist and co-director with CSDS. Let me start with Shama Mohammed. Why, Shama Mohammed, did it take the loss of the only Rajya Sabha seat, the loss of an election which the Congress Party, at least in the 3 states that went to polls yesterday, this was the sure shot win that you should have had. You lost that seat to actually realize the bigger problem, which is that the Chief Minister of the state has lost the confidence of a majority of your MLAs.
See, let's understand one thing, Zaka. It is not what is happening in our party. Look what is happening. We had 40 MLAs. They had 25. Why did they even put a candidate? That's the thing. So this is what is happening now. Muscle power, money power, horse trading. There is no democracy. As I've said many a times, there is an undeclared emergency in this country. We have to follow certain democratic norms in this country. Those are subverted. Let's not forget the case of Anil Masih. What the Supreme Court has criminal proceedings against him. And at whose behest did he work? We know that he was a BJP person. And what happened in Chandigarh? They had, if not the Supreme Court interfering at the right time, you would have a BJP mayor over there by cheating. I mean, criminal proceedings against Anil Masih. So what is happening
Shama Mohammed,
right now is
can you address the question I asked you? You're addressing everything except the fact that your Chief Minister has lost confidence of his MLAs. That's the moot point of what has happened in Himachal.
My Chief Minister has lost the confidence of the MLAs or not is not known. You can hear certain things now. Why has the person, Vikramaditya, has taken back his resignation?
Okay.
If he had lost the confidence, he would not take back the resignation. Because see,
why did he tender his resignation in the first place? I hope you heard the press conference that he addressed this morning.
There are issues, and then we hear the BJP on the other side. They are president jumping over there saying, look what you're doing. They are against Parivarvad. Isn't Vikramaditya, doesn't he come in the Parivarvad sector? They always say we are against Parivarvad. Who is Vikramaditya? So when they want, there is no Parivarvad. When they don't want, there is Parivarvad. I really don't know what the BJP
No,
is
so far from my understanding is Vikramaditya Singh as well as these other 6 MLAs who cross-voted are staying with the Congress. They have not joined the BJP yet. But be that as it may, let me ask Tuhin Sinha. Tuhin Sinha, it's a mockery of the democratic process that 6 MLAs who got elected on a Congress ticket are cross-voting, forget about the Congress party not knowing about it, what sort of electoral sense does that make? I mean, that defeats the faith with which the voters of those 6 constituencies sent these MLAs.
Good evening, Zaka. Good evening, everybody. Well, you would remember that just yesterday, 2 of our MLAs in Karnataka voted against the party line. So are we going to cry and say that, Congress is responsible for that? It's a fact that the Congress High Command, with its incompetence, has mismanaged at least 3 state governments. First, we saw that in Punjab, and when Amrinder Singh was the CM. Then we saw the constant fight between Ashok Gehlot and Mr. Pilot in Rajasthan, and now in Himachal. Now the fact is, I want to make a serious charge over here. The Gandhi family knew all along that this is precisely how the Rajya Sabha election in Himachal would span out. And that is exactly the reason why Sonia Gandhi preferred Rajasthan instead of Himachal, where in fact Priyanka Gandhi has a holiday home. They knew all along that there was a massive discontent, non-acceptance brewing against the sitting CM, and they, did not want to address it. I don't think, it behoves them.
So you're saying that they made Dr. Singhvi a scapegoat of sorts?
Absolutely, a sacrificial lamb. You need to see it in the larger context. In the last 3, please don't barge in. In the last 3 to 4 days, there has been a mass exodus. There has been a mass exodus for some time. But look at the kind of people who have left the Congress party. The working president of Congress party in Maharashtra, the working president of the Congress party in Assam, the lone member of parliament of Congress party from Jharkhand, 2 MLAs from Bihar, 1 MLA from Arunachal.
Okay.
So with this kind of mass
but
voters,
they're all coming to your party, which is supposedly the party with a difference. But that's a different debate. I'm not getting into that. One second.
Just 10 seconds. I can tell you, we are accepting only a minuscule fraction of the ones who are coming this
Geeta Koda, the wife of former Chief Minister Madhu Koda, he went to jail for a 3,000 crore mining scam.
You need to separate the husband from the wife.
Anyway.
The wife did not go to jail.
So let me ask Shama Mohammed to respond to what Tuhin Sinha said. He's making a big charge. And please explain the rationale for why Sonia Gandhi, the tallest leader in your party, chose to go to Rajasthan, where the Congress is not in power, and not fight from Himachal Pradesh, where the Congress is in power. Surely there must be some merit in what Tuhin is saying, that the Congress High Command knew all along that Himachal was a problem.
No, I don't agree on that. It was decided by the High Command and also the various party members that it is good to represent Rajasthan, because she wanted to show that it is not just a state where we have one, she's going to be there. See, you have to understand, she was the former party president, a very senior leader, everything. So she wanted to show that, a state which has lost, I'm going to go from there to give them a morale boosting. You understand? And that is the reason Sonia Gandhi ji chose Rajasthan. Now, let me tell you what games they are playing. Remember when the Shiv Sena was broken into 2? Eknath Shinde faction, what was happening at that time? They took them to Gujarat. From Gujarat, they were taken to Assam. Assam, nobody, including reporters, were not allowed to enter the hotel. Now, what is going on? Basically,
those are issues of the past. I want to deal with what's happening in the present. One second. Let me go to Sanjay Kumar and to Rasheed Kidwai as well. One second. Sanjay Kumar, the moot issue is this. The Congress party, the only state in northern India that it is in power in, is in Himachal Pradesh. And out of the 6 who cross-voted yesterday, I am given to understand that 4 of them, 4 out of the 6 MLAs, are from the same home district as that of the Chief Minister. And they are the ones who have the biggest problem with the Chief Minister. If a Chief Minister does not have the confidence of MLAs from his own district, and the High Command has no clue about it, then surely somebody needs to ask the question, who has his or her ears on the ground?
No, Zaka, you're right. Leave aside whether these MLAs are from the district from where Chief Minister belong or not. You are being a Chief Minister of a state belonging to a party. I think it is one of the duties of the Chief Minister to be in touch with the MLAs and to try and work with the MLAs. This certainly does not present a good picture about the sitting Chief Minister of Congress in Himachal Pradesh. So it is a weakness of the party. There is something seriously wrong within the party. A senior member of the party is contesting the Rajya Sabha election, and 6 out of 40 MLAs decide to do a cross voting. It's a serious problem which the party needs to address.
No, and today the situation is so bad that the budget, which is a finance bill, and Rasheed Kidwai is also joining us, which was supposed to be presented today, they could not present it, and this whole suspension of 15 MLAs of the BJP happened because the government knew that if these 6 did not vote for the finance bill, then the government automatically falls. So they have decided to suspend these 15 MLAs. Now, I'll get into the merits or demerits of that in 1 second, but Rashid, the question that I asked to Shama Mohammed as well, why did it have to take the loss of a Rajya Sabha seat for a senior Congress leader like Abhishek Manu Singhvi, for the High Command, for the Congress party, its observers, everyone to wake up to realize that there's a serious problem in the state unit? The Chief Minister seems to have lost confidence of a majority of the Congress MLAs.
Zaka, I think the Congress has to set its house in order. I saw Mr. Rajiv Shukla saying that, almost gloating over the fact that that Vikramaditya Singh is, back and is taken back into resignation. What about, the prestige or as they say, iqbal of party leadership? After all, Mr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi was a official Congress nominee. These MLAs need to be punished. The PCC chief is Pratibha, Singh, a mother of Vikramaditya Singh. So first and foremost, the Congress should sack PCC chief and obviously hold, the chief minister accountable. Because unless these two things done, Zaka, I'll just take you back to events that had unfolded on September 25th, 2022, when Mr. Ashok Gehlot had defied the Congress party leadership by not holding the CLP meeting. And look what happened. Congress lost badly and Mr. Ashok Gehlot went, unpunished. Similarly, Surjewala, Randeep Singh Surjewala, who's a party general secretary, he had himself violated, cross-voted in Rajya Sabha elections of Haryana. Nothing happened to him. So the Congress is paying the price of its indifference and the kind of double standard it practices when it comes to its own, backyard. You can go on blaming the BJP, and I think there's a lot of cause for, to blame the BJP, the kind of horse trading that took place. But Congress needs to get its own house in order, and Himachal is a litmus test.
No, nobody disagrees with the fact that the Congress needs to get its house in order. If not, at the end of the winter elections where they lost Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, certainly these were states that the Congress was expected to carry, but it did not. It lost Rajasthan. Of course, Rajasthan has a history of alternating between the BJP and the Congress. But before I go back to Dr. Shama Mohammed, Tuin Sinha, I want to come back to the point of what a lot of Congress leaders have been saying, whether it was Karnataka, whether it was Maharashtra. Now we're seeing evidence of that in Himachal Pradesh. The BJP has a habit that even in those states where it's not in majority, it lures either through threat or coercion or force or simply inducement members of the Congress party or other opposition governments and then brings them to their side. We saw this in multiple state governments. We are perhaps seeing a rerun now in Himachal Pradesh.
No, that's not correct, Zaka. On the other hand, the Congress today is groping with such darkness. It is, grappling with such darkness. There is no light at the end of the tunnel for anybody who sees a future for himself or herself in the Congress party. So at least in Maharashtra, forget BJP, the Congress workers are willing to join any party, be it Uddhav's party, be it Eknath Shinde's Shiv Sena or Ajit Pawar's party. So I think, the Congress seriously needs to introspect. Now, I want to give you some data. Between 1957 and 1967, when the Congress was overwhelmingly ruling the country, both at the center and in majority, most of the states, there were in all 542 defections of MLAs reported between those 15 years. So did we, made that accusation like they always do of Operation Lotus or whatever they call it? Fact is that there is a section of MLAs who want to be with the ruling party. They feel that their aspirations are better taken care of.
No, but what about CBI, IT, ED? The accusation is you're using the threat of these agencies to get these people.
Why should the ED not move against Arvind Kejriwal or against Lalu's family, who's a habitual offender, the entire family, or against Hemant Soren? Okay. Most of these charges, in fact, I would say the ED has been extremely lenient by serving them 10 notices at times.
Shama Mohammed, what also happened today is that 15 BJP MLAs were suspended by the Speaker, seemingly for coming to the well of the House and sloganeering and a slogan shouting. Now, please explain to our viewers how this is any different from what you accuse the government and the Speaker and the Chairman of the Rajya Sabha from doing in the Parliament, where just in the last session, over 100 MPs were suspended for exactly the same kind of behavior. Your Speaker in Himachal has done the exact same thing.
Before I come to that, let me tell Tuhin some things. Subversion of democracy as from 2014 is unbelievable thing what is happening in India in every state. Now, last year, 2023 September, Ishwarappa, their leader in Karnataka, said, Operation Lotus we are going to do here in Karnataka. I mean, they're openly doing it. They don't care who the people of India vote for, in which state. They want to subvert every vote, everybody. This is Ishwarappa on record saying that he would do it. Number two, Jairam Thakur clearly says that, we are ready to take Vikramaditya, all the MLAs. Now, I want to ask you one question today. Why is the Prime Minister always talking against Parivarvad? If he is so against Parivarvad, then he should not take people who come for Parivarvad. It is whatever they want, whenever they want, they do it. That is the problem.
No. So far, Vikramaditya has not expressed, certainly not publicly, any interest in joining the BJP.
I'm talking about the BJP, not Vikramaditya. I'm talking about the BJP.
No, he's not going. At least
now,
so far.
The third thing, he spoke about, I'll give you an example of Pratap Sarnaik of Eknath Shinde Shiv Sena. He was with Uddhav Thackeray Shiv Sena in March 2022. And there was the ED case against him. He's an MLA in the Shiv Sena. Once he moved over to the Eknath Shinde faction, the economic offence wing of ED closed the case in September 2020.
Okay, please answer the question that I asked about the Speaker's action, please. No, please answer the question I asked about the Speaker's action. Because he's done exactly the same thing you accused the Speaker of the Lok Sabha and the Vice Chairperson of the Rajya Sabha of doing.
No, they have done multiple things. I mean, theirs is not 146 members of parliament suspended. I mean, have you heard of that ever in the history of India's democracy?
No, but 15 MLAs being suspended today for what? Isn't that a subversion of democracy?
There was no subversion of democracy. It was complete unruly behavior.
What were they suspended for?
Let me speak.
What were they suspended for?
There is continuous subversion of democracy.
What were these 15 MLAs suspended for, ma'am?
By the Bharatiya Janata
What were these 15 MLAs suspended for? Please answer the question I'm asking. Our viewers are watching.
146 MPs suspended.
Why were these 15 MLAs suspended, Dr. Shama Mohammed? The fifth time I'm asking you this question.
The Prime Minister of India every other day.
You are a perfectly reasonable spokesperson. I'm a perfectly reasonable anchor. I believe we can have a perfectly reasonable conversation. So the sixth time I'm asking you, why were these 15 MLAs suspended? What is the reason?
Sometimes it happens as unruly behavior, but it is not that every time. Look at what is happening. Why don't you ask a question to the Bharatiya Janata Party?
I'm asking questions to the Bharatiya Janata Party, but I'm also asking you questions for which you don't seem to be having any answers and you're just filibustering.
No, I have given you the answer. There is a reason. Unruly behavior completely.
Unruly behavior. Okay. Unruly behavior, Tuhin Sinha, your MLAs had no business coming to the well of the house, shouting, sloganeering, and therefore for unruly behavior, they were suspended.
No, she just made charges against Ishwarappa ji in Karnataka. Let me remind her that when Congress was in power in Rajasthan in 2020, 6 BSP MLAs joined them overnight. Did we make a similar charge? This is Operation Hand. So they need to grow up, I mean, there are people, everybody doesn't enjoy ending up on the losing side time and again. From 2014, the patience of the average Congress worker has been tested. And today a situation has come where most of them who are even partially talented, who see a future for themselves, want to quit the party. So you need to respect the choice instead of, bad-mouthing them the way you have bad-mouthed Milind Deora ji, the way you have bad-mouthed
I'm just saying what Ishwarappa said. He said we will do
please don't barge in like this. Please don't barge in like this.
Democracy is justified? Are you saying
please don't barge in like this. If you give examples selectively, I can give you the example of Mukul Rai. Mukul Rai joined the BJP. Did the cases against him end? He joined TMC back. Did we open the cases? The fact is that, as a state government in Karnataka, you are free to pursue cases of corruption against our state leaders. That is, if you have any conviction in the charges that you've made in Karnataka.
Okay, let me go back to Professor Sanjay Kumar and to Rasheed Kidwai. Professor Sanjay Kumar, the bigger problem for the Congress party, and I don't think we've crossed that bridge yet, but if the Himachal Pradesh state government falls, then the Congress party does not have a single state government in northern India. And coming as it does just a few weeks before the Lok Sabha election, where I believe in the last two Lok Sabha elections, there were about 200, close to 200 seats where there were direct fights between Congress and BJP, much of them in northern India. What signal is it sending out to even a prospective Congress voter?
No, certainly not a positive signal, because even now, even if Congress manages to maintain government in Himachal, still by all parameters, Congress seems to be very weak in the North Indian state. Whether you go by the electoral contest of 2019, where BJP and Congress have been up against each other, or if you look at the number of states where Congress has a government in the North Indian state, look at any parameter and it looks like that Congress is very weak when it comes to contesting against BJP. If Congress loses Himachal, then all those voters who intend to vote for Congress, they start losing hope, because they think this is a party which is, the stacks of the party is falling down day by day. So some of the floating voters who may be thinking of voting for the Congress or voting for the India Alliance, they will also get into some kind of a confusion situation. And my own sense is that Congress will start losing vote even in Himachal and in some other North Indian state. So it is a very bad news for the Congress, a bad situation. Congress heading for, from bad to worse situation in 2024 Lok Sabha elections.
Rasheed, I want to go back to December of 2022 when Himachal voted, and of course for a number of days there was this back and forth who will be the chief minister. And correct me if I'm wrong, at that time, Mr. Sukhu had the backing of the High Command. It was seen like he was the High Command's choice to become chief minister. At that time, Veerbhadra Singh's wife, Pratibha Singh, she was the state chief. She had won. I think the son had won. And there was widespread expectation that somebody from the Veerbhadra family would become chief minister, because a lot of the votes seemed to be, of course, anti-incumbent to the Jairam Thakur government at that time. And also, there was sympathy for Veerbhadra Singh. Do you see that, again, having been a misread sort of a situation? Because within a year and a few months, Mr. Sukhu seems to have lost confidence. So which means either the High Command was wrong about its choice, or Mr. Sukhu simply was not able to win the confidence of a majority of his MLAs.
Zaka, both constitutionally and politically, the chief minister must enjoy a confidence of party MLAs. If it was not done then, it should be done now. And that is the only course. The Congress accuses the BJP of being, not being so, democratic, personality cult, all this. If it sees any merit in those allegations, it should not be imposing, high command culture. Zaka, just see the kind of thing that Sonia Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi has a house in Shimla. So Sonia Gandhi goes and contests from Rajasthan, and Mr. Singhvi, who comes from Rajasthan, is fielded from Himachal Pradesh. First time a non-Himachali was made to contest in Himachal, which is a state.
No, Rashid, before you joined the show, Tuhin made a charge. Again, CNN News 18 can't verify it or anything, but this is his political charge, that Sonia Gandhi and the Congress leadership knew that there was a problem in Himachal Pradesh, which is why she didn't go to Himachal Pradesh, a state where Congress party is in power, and then instead went to Rajasthan, where the Congress party is in opposition, to win from there. This is the charge he made, of course, vehemently denied by Dr. Shama Mohammed. But what is your reading?
No. Zaka, Tuhin Sinha is a learned person. He's a writer. What he is saying is basically he's making a case for the scrapping of either Rajya Sabha or that entire poll process, because it was Mr. Bajpai who shifted, the Rajya Sabha voting from from secret ballot to open ballot. What is the purpose of Rajya Sabha? It's supposed to be a Senate voice, it's supposed to be a representative of states, but it is not doing that. It has become like a bazaar. Just like the office of governor and the role of speaker, I think Rajya Sabha and Rajya Sabha elections both require scrutiny. If people like Mr. Tuhin Sinha show utter disregard for this kind of democratic norms and conventions in Westminster model of democracy, how would democracy survive in the country?
No, there is a point to be answered, Tuhin, that for normal bills, parties issue whips, and if you defy the whip, you're liable to be charged under anti-defection. But for Rajya Sabha election, 6 people cross-vote, 8 people Samajwadi Party cross-vote. There's no meaningful action that can be taken against them.
Jiski lathi uski bhais.
As of now,
Tuhin.
as of now, the onus for taking action is upon the party. And even in Karnataka, where 2 of our MLAs voted against the party line, they have been given show cause notices. So I think, it's for the Congress to set an example in Himachal Pradesh. Why don't they sack the 6 MLAs? Because,
they can't sack the 6 MLAs because they'll lose majority. They'll lose their government.
So like they proudly claim in every debate that, it's good that certain people are leaving the party. Let them walk the talk over here only. Let them sack those 6 MLAs.
All right, I got to quickly wrap up. Last 10 seconds, Jama Mohammed. I really have to wrap up. After 10 seconds, I will have no choice but to cut you off. Yeah.
Rasheed Kidwai said about Sonia Abhishek Manu Singh sent to Himachal. Now, why is Ashwini Vaishnav, who's from Rajasthan, is a Rajya Sabha member from Odisha.
But he won.
Is from Gujarat.
Your guy lost.
Tamil Nadu. So please don't ask questions such as that.
There is the difference. Anyway, I'm out of time. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to all our guests. I'm completely out of time.